Now, right now on Daybreak, the Buffalo Bills go all in on defense at the NFL Draft. We hear from the new faces joining the roster and GM Brandon Beane. Plus, how a new court ruling could impact major projects across the city of Buffalo and end a months-long debate over bonding. And not slowing down after 114 years, we take you on the very first ride of the season of the Maid of the Mist.
Live from 2 on your side, this is Channel 2 News Daybreak.
Joining us to start your weekend here at just about 6:01 on this Saturday, April 25th. The month ticking away faster than we can count. A rainy mess to start your day, unfortunately. I'm Rob Hackford. We've got Kevin O'Neill in the Weather Center with a check of the forecast for you. And Kevin, has forecasted today, just not working out really. No,
again, you're going to lose half your weekend. Again, I was optimistic. We do a weather show Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and on Thursday it looks like the rain would clear noon, 1 o'clock. It slowed down enough where it looks like most of your day you're going to be dealing with rainfall and certainly wet conditions after that. Right now in Buffalo, it is, excuse me, mid-40s. We're going to make it to the upper 40s today. That's about it. It's kind of a lost day today. Look where the rain is right now. We'll set it in motion and zoom things out for you just to show you the widespread rain. Everybody in our viewing area is getting rain. Our Canadian friends, our friends in Pennsylvania as well. So we'll time things out for you at least. Again, temperatures making it to the upper 40s. Rain is going to clear from west to east. So, Dunkirk, Buffalo, you're going to clear faster than our friends near Letchworth and Batavia today. But a majority of our daytime hours today will have falling rain. How much rain? I would say, this doesn't include what's already has fallen, so I would say closer to about 3/4 of an inch to an inch of new rain today. Making it to the max, we're going to max out in the upper 40s. A nice Sunday and Monday coming up, though. Rob?
Okay, thank you, Kevin. 6:02 now, and turning to One Bills Drive as day 3 of the NFL Draft has arrived with Buffalo on the clock and holding the very first pick of the 4th round. The Bills stuck to a familiar script on day 2, focusing on defense after trading out of the 1st round. Channel 2 Sports Director John Scott introduces the team's newest additions.
Defense, the story on night 2 of the NFL Draft for the Bills, their first 2 selections of this draft overall. The first, a position many of us thought they would address, in Clemson edge rusher T.J. Parker. The second, surprising to say the least, Ohio State cornerback Davison Igbinosun. Brandon Beane explaining, hey, defense was the name of the game, and he really likes these guys' attributes.
I think he's got speed, but I think he's got power. He can use his arm. I think he's got a multitude of moves. I think there's more in there. I think we can continue to work on that. But if you just look at his athletic ability and you see it on tape.
I'm very versatile. On my tape, you see I can drop in coverage, I can rush the passer, I can stop the run. So that just makes me versatile all across the board. And for me, I think that's very valuable. I'll be going into the system, and whatever they have for outside linebacker edge type of role, I'll be able to do. And it's on tape.
I'm a spark plug. I feel like my teammates feed off me. I set the tone. I play with passion. And I play with energy. Like every day, I don't take anything for granted. When I'm on the football field, I turn it up.
Big, long. The best thing he does is press. Some guys are man matched. Some guys are best in off. I think he gives us another added skill set. He started a lot of games, in major college football.
Day 3 of the NFL Draft later on today, beginning at noon. The Bills 3 picks in the 4th round, including the very first one of the round. 2 in the 5th round, 1 in the 7th as of now, before Brandon Beane potentially makes more moves to round things out this weekend. From One Bills Drive, John Scott, Channel 2 Sports.
Well, thank you, John. Now to Buffalo City Hall and a major decision from the state's appellate division that could get the ball rolling on some major projects across the city after this lengthy legal battle between the city comptroller and the Buffalo Common Council. A panel of judges has sided with the council. 2 on your side's Alyssa Clausel explains what the ruling means and what comes next.
For nearly 500 days, more than $200 million in city infrastructure projects have been stalled inside of Buffalo City Hall.
Infrastructure improvements, community center improvements, roads, lighting, parks.
They've been caught up in a legal battle between former acting mayor and council member Chris Scanlon, council member Mitch Nowakowski, and controller Barbara Miller-Williams. But a new decision from the New York State Appellate Division could spark some movement.
It clears the path to finally move forward with more than $200 million worth of investment in every corner of this city.
In its decision, the court stated the comptroller possesses no discretion over whether to issue bonds. The ruling now requires the comptroller to issue bonds for projects approved by the Common Council over a year ago. But the comptroller says she still has serious concerns, saying in part, quote, "The more the city of Buffalo borrows, the more the citizens and taxpayers will have to pay in property taxes." Well, that's because when you borrow money, there's interest, something that Councilman Scanlon says $82 million of the $110 million borrowed was going to be reimbursed.
The conditions of a road or a sidewalk or a building, and this is the only way for us to get it done, is to go out and borrow the money to get it done.
Councilman Nowakowski says the delay is a costly one.
Take a look at the cost of materials and the cost of gas, fuel. I mean, we know that these costs go up.
And Mayor Sean Ryan, who will eventually have to construct his own capital budget this fall, said in part, "Today's decision brings long overdue clarity that will allow Buffalo to finally move forward with critical infrastructure projects." On your side in Buffalo, Alyssa Clausel, Channel 2 News.
Now, thank you, Alyssa. And the New York State budget is now more than 3 weeks overdue, with negotiations stalled over policy issues, including car insurance reform and changes to climate law. The lawmakers passed their 6th extender earlier this week, keeping the government operational through Monday. Assembly Speaker Carl Hastie told reporters on Wednesday that fiscal issues had not been discussed yet, still working on policy. Now, the budget was due on April 1st. It's expected to total a record $260 billion. And some business news, a coffee shop in downtown Buffalo is closing its doors less than a year after it opened. The owner of Third Space Cafe on Main Street said on social media that she came to the decision after her struggles with mental health. Now, the shop opened just 7 months ago at the corner of Main and Goodell. And coming up on Daybreak, National Infertility Awareness Week is shining a light on a common struggle. We'll tell you about the support and resources available and how one clinic here in Western New York is helping families. Plus, the Maid of the Mist is back for another season. What visitors can expect as boats return to the falls. Now, 6:11 on Daybreak, and back with some health news. This week marks National Infertility Awareness Week, bringing attention to the challenges many face trying to start a family. One local clinic says it's also about breaking the stigma and reminding people they're not alone. 2 on your side's Lauren Hall is more on the resources available and the support for families in our area.
For many, starting a family doesn't come easy, and it's a journey more people are facing.
1 in 6 couples will struggle to get pregnant, and that's a newer statistic. Back even 10 years ago, the rates for infertility were 1 in 8 people would have trouble getting pregnant, and now it's 1 in 6. So that is definitely somebody has had a struggle to get pregnant or needs help to get pregnant.
At Buffalo Infertility and IVF Associates, providers say there's no one-size-fits-all story behind infertility. From conditions like endometriosis to patients starting families later in life, or even those navigating cancer, nurse practitioner Colby Damon says the need for care is wide-ranging.
And it's so important to highlight the struggles and the hope of these people, because not everyone's story looks the same. And we want to make sure that people know that they are more than their fertility journey.
While treatment options from medications to IVF continue to advance, there's still a stigma surrounding fertility struggles and seeking help.
And it's hard because we feel that this is a medical diagnosis and we want to help people get pregnant, but there is still a really large stigma attached to people who are doing fertility treatments.
That's why this week is about more than awareness. Providers hope sharing stories, wearing the color orange, and expanding access to care will help more families feel supported on their journey.
I tell my patients all the time, I totally understand the emotional roller coaster you're on. I've been there. I've done all of these treatments. My twins were conceived using IVF. So I can empathize the roller coaster that this takes for you to get to the finish line. You know, there are a lot of people out there that have been in these patients' shoes, and I think that's important for our patients to know that they aren't alone.
On your side, Lauren Hall, Channel 2 News.
Now we're taking a trip to Niagara Falls this morning, where opening weekend is officially underway. One of Western New York's most iconic attractions, one of America's most iconic attractions. The Maid of the Mist is kicking off its 141st season, welcoming visitors from around the world for this up-close experience at the falls. Our Natalie Foss takes us along for the very first ride of this year.
It's opening weekend of the Maid of the Mist of their 141st season. Right now, the first boat has pulled up ready to take the first passengers on the 9 a.m. cruise. I've got my blue poncho. This is my first time on the Maid of the Mist as a Western New York girl. I have never been, but I'm going to suit up and head out onto the boat.
People began lining up, excited for the chance to be first on the boat, like Dylan and Robert from Denver, Colorado.
You know, the guy up there was like, and welcome to being number one. So like feeling number one going out of here and doing Maid of the Mist is just super fun.
Dylan said whether it's your first time or not, the experience is unforgettable.
This is an experience that everybody should do. It's amazing.
What are you most looking forward to?
Just being on the water, getting wet. Like, yeah. We fly home today, so this was a great way to close out the week that we've been here.
You always see the people wearing these, but now it's my turn.
The clock struck 9, and it was time to load the boat.
We met people in line all over the country, from all over the world, who say that this is something that they've been waiting their entire lives to do. I'm here on the boat, and they're just a few minutes away from crossing that item off of their bucket list.
We are so happy. We never thought that we'll get the chance to go on the boat, and it's yesterday we got to know like we can go through boat, so we are so happy. Like we are lucky. We are feeling lucky, very much lucky.
Here we go. You guys excited?
And then it was time to begin the voyage into the falls. And to say it was a bit wet, well, that's an understatement. The Maid of the Mist is also celebrating America's 250th birthday with special signage throughout the park and on the boats themselves.
I just think it's an iconic spot. When people say Grand Canyon, Statue of Liberty, right after that's Niagara Falls, right? So we want to honor that legacy and be part of that this season. And
I got to catch up with Dylan and Robert at the end of the voyage.
Okay, we just finished. How was it, you guys?
So wet and cold.
Very wet,
amazing.
And yeah, worth it, worth every penny, worth
Just like
every
you remember
moment.
it?
Just like I remember. Yeah,
Perfect first time?
Perfect first time, magical.
And there you have it. The first ride of the 141st season is complete. The Maid of the Mist is now open until November 8th. You can come and ride anytime. They say that they take about 1,800 people an hour on the Maid of the Mist. So you could be one of them. You can get more details on our website, WGRZ.com. On your side in Niagara Falls, Natalie Foss, Channel 2 News.
That was some excitement and awesome to see there. Yeah, one of many boats to go this year. All right, 6:19 right now, and this morning we're looking ahead to the Buffalo Cherry Blossom Festival. It's kicking off in just a few hours. It's going to be a wet one. It's happening outside the Buffalo History Museum in the Japanese Gardens and runs from 11 to 3 today and tomorrow. The festival features some live music, vendors, food trucks, and activities like origami making inside, of course. You can't have wet paper. That'd be tough to fold. If you're planning to go, parking is free in the Buffalo History Museum lot and the lot at on the Buffalo State Campus. That's lot R14.